awesome! Yes, dudes and dudettes, Major League Butt Kicking is back in town! Oh, yeah!
All right, and welcome to the first episode of HSC. And for all you watching at home, welcome to the first episode of HSC. So this is the Hartford Sports Cast, where we talk about all things Hartford sports. There's a lot of podcasts out there in the world today. Barstool, Pardon My Take, has taken the world by storm, and frankly, we all just want to copy it. But Hartford is a unique city in that it rests in between the bosom of New York and Boston and does not have its own professional sports team. But it has a lot of other things going for it, including a rabid sports fan base. So this podcast is simply to talk about all things Hartford. So without further ado, bad radio here going up, we're just going to jump right into it and talk about something kind of special going on today. Now, Aaron, did you know that the Hockey East tournament is going to have its championship game for the women's division today?
Hey there, so I'm Aaron Grade, a UConn Husky alum and sports fan of UConn, all things UConn, and I did not know. That's very exciting.
It is exciting, and they won a great matchup last night to get into the finals, and it would, I believe, be the first time that Hockey East has had a UConn champion before. I might fact check that one, but this is a Google-free podcast for one episode so far, so we're just going to assume that I'm right. But I'm excited to watch that. On another note for hockey, Hartford Wolfpack are struggling right now. They had a heartbreaker 1-0 loss on Friday night in Hartford. I was listening to that one on radio, and it was real tight, but they let one in and could not tie it up, even though they were dominating the offensive control to Hershey, the Bears. My favorite minor league story outside of the Wolfpack of all time. By the way, we can save that for the cast. Very cool Wikipedia read if you'd like to learn about how Milton Hershey built that town. But then we lost to them again 4-1 last night, so we've completely given up our lead in the division. I don't know, man. I mean, what do you think as an outside observer would be cool about having playoff hockey in Hartford again? It's been a while, right? I mean, wouldn't that be cool?
You know, I think it'd be super exciting. So currently, although I went to UConn, I'm currently a graduate student at UMass, and I was there at UMass last year when they were really at their peak, and it was so exciting to have that energy from even college hockey. So having the playoffs there would really revitalize the hockey scene in Hartford and get people super excited about it.
Speaking of UMass, Mullins Center will be playing host to playoff hockey next weekend as the Hockey East men's quarterfinals begin. UConn hockey lost, unfortunately, a crucial game that would have given them home ice advantage after the parade on Saturday, which wouldn't have been fun at all. Yeah. But they are in a good spot against UMaine, a team that they have beaten, won the season series 2-3 over. So I have hope for them. It's UMaine's best finish in a long time, and I do not dislike Maine. So it's a battle between two things I like, but I will certainly be cheering for UConn next weekend.
Absolutely.
But back to Hartford Wolfpack hockey. The Pack are in trouble. We've been dropping more games. She's working. She's working. She's a hard-working lady, and she was our goaltender, and Igor Shesterkin is now the Rangers' property, and we don't get to see him too much anymore. And while a 1-0 loss on Friday night is nothing to be feeling bad about, we aren't winning as many games, and that's a problem. So today we play the Springfield Thunderbirds, a 3 o'clock Sunday game, a chance for the Pack to right the train, so to speak, but you don't want to fall too far out of the top of the division. It sucks to lose home ice advantage, and I'd hate to see this team trending downwards right when the playoffs start after having such a great season. So we'll see what happens at 3 o'clock today. On a side note, even though this is a Hartford Sportscast, I consider the greater New England region all our friends. So I will just say that the Springfield Thunderbirds have done a pretty fantastic job. Me and Aaron went to the office night they had a couple months back.
We met Stanley, which was great.
Why do you keep CCing me on things that have nothing to do with me?
Had delicious pretzels, and watched an amazing game, honestly. So Minor league hockey, very fun, and it really does seem like part of the game and part of coach's strategy has to take into account the fact that good players are going to be scooped up. So hopefully the Wolfpack can recover from that and really get their act together and push through this season.
As a Yard Goat employee, I would love to see a hockey game going on the same day as a baseball game, and we will be getting that experience on April 10th, but I'd like it to happen a few more times. So hopefully the Wolfpack can complete this season, make the playoffs, and make a run for it. And Springfield, for that matter, too. You know, if I can have what's better than one than having two. But this is a Harvard Sportscast, so we want the Wolfpack, first of all.
Yeah.
WP for life. So speaking of the Yard Goats, opening night is 33 days away and counting.
Woo!
We have a lot of cool promo nights. We had our promotional schedule unveiling party a couple of weeks back, and we talked about our own office night, which will once again feature Stanley Hudson.
Excellent.
Boy, have you lost your mind, I'll help you find it. And we also have Teenage Turtle Night coming back, Costumed Crusaders Night. We have the return of Organized Labor Night, Faith and Family Night, Irish Night, a lot of Los Chivos nights. We have the Bachelor in Baseball Night coming up June, I believe, 11th. That's going to be fun for people that watch The Bachelor, which is not me, but, you know, I hear people talking about it. We also have a jersey giveaway night. Feels like 4 or 5 of them throughout the season. Some really nice ones. One that I'm excited for is June 10th. It's one of our Faith and Family Days, and it's a red, white, and blue jersey. So if you happen to be a kid listening to this podcast, wow, I mean, this is my first one. I'm amazed that I reached you. Search engine optimization must have really hooked me up here. But second of all, it's a really cool jersey, so you should come out for that one. You should come out to any of the ones that have a cool jersey giveaway, because it's a really fun thing that you can bring your kids to and get a really cool souvenir.
And it's just exciting. Baseball season means spring. It means better weather than we've been having. It means the smell of fresh cut grass and pretzels and hot dogs and beer and going out to a ballpark, which is always a fun time. Especially, we're so lucky in Hartford to have one of the best stadiums, if not the best stadium in the country for minor league baseball.
At 2 years running, AA Ballpark of the Year. We were in the race last year. We don't need to say any more about that.
Right. It's a beautiful park, though, and it's a fun time. I'm looking forward to going to some games, especially some of the themed ones. Maybe meet Stanley again.
He was a good dude. I enjoyed meeting him. He was very friendly.
Yeah.
You know, The Office is one of those shows where all those supporting characters really had enough time to shine after 9 seasons, particularly after Michael left.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they can do that Comic-Con minor league baseball tour forever with those characters. I'd love to see Kevin. There was a bobblehead last year of Kevin dropping the chili. It was
nice.
Fantastic. So as we wrap up this first edition of HSC, first of all, I'd like anyone listening to contact me directly if you know of a nonprofit that supports local youth sports in Hartford that we would like to associate with. The goal of this podcast is just to talk sports, but also to give attention to those in need and the good work being done by youth sports and you know, challenger divisions and the Miracle League. So, you know, if there's a way that we can serve, then please contact me directly. That's what this platform should be used for, as well as 2 dudes in a basement talking about the sporting events they've been to recently. So, to close up, UConn basketball on the horizon. You know, obviously everybody wants the women to make another run. I was talking to Connor Geary, the on-court host, the other day, and he's you know, sees more basketball than anybody, and you know, I think Elite 8 maybe. I don't mean to troll the Huskies, but Final Four seems like a reach, and winning it seems like a reach for these girls this year.
We were just used to being so good for so long, but Elite 8 would be incredibly exciting, and it's really rebuilding the team and getting back up there to the Husky glory. We're a world-renowned team. And
then the men had a great finish to the season, even with a cookout and a lot of other pieces. Just a great squad, very fun to watch. I think they could beat anybody in the American, even with an injury-depleted roster. So hoping that they can do some damage next weekend, and we'll be back here for HSC Episode 2 then, too. So, Aaron, any last words?
This is our first episode, so make sure to subscribe and keep following us, and I'm sure great content is going to come out, and we're here to benefit and promote Hartford sports and the Hartford community in general.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
We were awesome! Yes, dudes and dudettes, Major League Butt Kicking is back in town! Oh, yeah!